Hello, guys. Welcome back to another DNA Studios Extras episode this time. So this time, this is extra content that I am doing for our other, if you guys are first timers, if you guys are just joining us, this is the extras, which is extra content that we do in addition to our normal content, which is usually about anime. But this extra series can be about anything. It can be about games. It can be about cartoons. It can be about anything. Anything else. It could be about American animation. It could be about anything. We have manga, whatever. And we've done quite a few of these if you're new here. So go check out our playlist of extras episodes from all kinds of stuff you guys might remember if you're 90s kids or if you're not. And this episode is, like I said, an extras. And this will be about Cartoon Network and its decline, as well as some of the older cartoons that they used to air back in the 90s, as well as some of the other stuff that Cartoon Network used to do back in their heyday, back in the golden years. So yeah, come join me as we have a lot of fun talking about old cartoons and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, if you're new here, my name is Aaron, or A. Goldman, and I am your host.
I smell cookies!
Yes, I do. Because why not? It's delicious, right? Anyway, I will be, I'm your host. And so today, like I said, we will be talking about some of the old classic cartoons and kind of what happened to Cartoon Network, and some of the cool cartoons that used to air on Cartoon Network. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking. You might be thinking, hey, look, like, bro, like, the old cartoons were aired originally on TV networks that now, right, don't really air stuff on TV anymore. They air stuff on streaming services, and that's kind of taken over that's the new hotness is, everyone's just streaming it on Netflix or streaming it on Hulu or whatever. And yes, you would be right in saying that a lot of the stuff that was on Cartoon Network is available for streaming. However, the bad thing is that because streaming services took over, and also because kind of the networks have kind of moved away from their target, their biggest audience, and also the audience that was making the money and keeping them around, that has kind of caused the decline of Cartoon Network. So back in like the gold days of Cartoon Network, like when they used to air Dexter's Laboratory and Johnny Bravo, and like used to have, what else? Used to have like Tom and Jerry and like all the really awesome cartoons back then, and Ed, Edd n Eddy, and a lot of like good ones. What am I missing? There was Laszlo, Camp Laszlo, which is all right, wasn't that great. And there are like a bunch of other ones that were great when they used to air all those, right? You had Flintstones and a lot of other like cooler stuff that they used to air. And they also used to do an action block. Cartoon Network used to do 7 hours of the greatest action cartoons, which was actually Super Saturday, and they used to do an action block called Super Saturday, which is all of the anime stuff, which was on Saturday nights. Now that was before Toonami, and Cartoon Network used to do that, as well as have Toonami air. Used to originally air on Cartoon Network, and that was kind of their biggest and their kind of best moment, was when they used to do all this stuff. And so what happened was they started moving away from that target audience. People got kind of upset, and a lot of people stopped watching or haven't been watching, and they were trying to target new audiences and stuff like that. And it's kind of caused Cartoon Network's watching and their audience, and they're just kind of sloping down. Now, if you guys know, and probably you may or may not know this, but Adult Swim recently took the 8 o'clock slot away from Cartoon Network's channel right now. So that means that Adult Swim is starting at 8 o'clock because Adult Swim has Toonami and is currently doing well with their stuff. Adult Swim is doing much better at targeting a pretty big audience and having shows that people actually want to see. And it's kind of sad to see, because Cartoon Network in their heyday was really awesome. Here we go. This was Super Saturday back in the day. If you guys didn't know, this is one of the things that Cartoon Network used to do back in their heyday. So I'll just play a little bit of it now. I do have to be careful how much I play of it, but let's play just a little bit of it for you. And I used to love this. So here's a little sneak preview. And that was Lupin. They also used to have anime, like I said. Now that actually, Lupin was actually on Adult Swim, Cartoon Network used to do Super Saturday, so let me skip to it here. Okay, right after this. So here's what Cartoon Network used to do, and I used to love this. So here we go, guys. I wish I could show this to you, but I don't want to show any images because, again, copyright.
Tonight at 7, Cartoon Network's lining up your favorite action stars back to back to back.
Yeah, Pokemon.
Professor Xavier and even some of your parents.
Snow. Nice looking.
Good versus evil.
Man versus Machine.
And the best friends
A guy could have.
7 hours of the greatest action cartoons on the planet. On Saturday.
Oh,
You
on
show up,
Saturday.
we take care of the rest. Only on Cartoon Network. Starting Saturday, March 1st, Cartoon Network's lining up your favorite action stars.
Back to back to back.
And even some of your parents.
Snow. Okay, so anyway, that was Cartoon Network in their heyday. That was when they were awesome, and that's just a little bit of what they used to do. Now, you might be saying, "Hey, look, the all that stuff still does air, only it's just licensed by different people." And you'd be right. Licensing is a problem for networks, and yes, Cartoon Network doesn't have license, and it's very hard to get license to all those shows because of how old some of the Superman and some of the animated cartoons are, and there are red flags and they're tied up in different stuff. But that's still, but that you say, even in saying that, right there's something that Cartoon Network could do, which is try to bring back, well, not bring back, but try to cater more towards the audience that made them what they were. And the fact that they moved away from that has kind of caused them to decline. But back in their heyday, they used to do all that stuff, and it was wicked cool. And they'd play classic shows like Ed, Edd n Eddy, and you'd have like your cartoons as well as your anime. And if you look now, that is exactly what Adult Swim has been doing, which has been really cool because Adult Swim has gotten grown in popularity. So for those of you who used to like your classic cartoons, here is just a sample of one of my favorite, actually, I should say, one of my favorite lines from one of the old cartoons that Cartoon Network used to air.
Start by turning on.
Hey, Double D! It is off!
Good, huh? Anyway, yeah, Ed, Edd n Eddy, one of my favorites. So yeah, guys, that's kind of what I want to talk about. And if you guys have, whether you guys have grown up watching some of these, or if you guys have actually watched turned on Cartoon Network recently and seen what kind of shows they've been airing and have been disappointed or angry, it's not good to see a classic cartoon channel that's been around or a cartoon channel like Cartoon Network, that's as big as Cartoon Network, go downhill like that. Some of that was due to some decisions they had made, after shifting things around and getting new shows and stuff like that. And one of the hardest things to do, you guys have to realize, is that the hardest thing to do for any kind of channel or any kind of like TV or any kind of production is to try to appeal to a broad audience, to try to hold on to your old viewers while still also trying to appeal to new ones. It is very hard to do that in any situation. Like even being a YouTuber, that is hard to do. And also with any network. So while it is sad that we are seeing a decline in Cartoon Network, hopefully where I'm hoping that'll turn around or someone will bring stuff back. They say things go in a loop, so maybe it'll come back. Who knows? But I wanted to just take a minute to bring back some nostalgia. And for those of you who do remember, or maybe you weren't alive during the time when all this happened, you can kind of see what it was like when Cartoon Network was in its heyday, and like Tom and Jerry and stuff like that was always super fun. Also, I forgot one more thing. They also used to air the Looney Tunes. Some of the Looney Tunes stuff used to air on Cartoon Network too, because they used to have. So they used to do like, what was it? It was like they used to do like the like classic Elmer Fudd and Pepe Le Pew and like some of the classic Looney Tunes stuff. They did air some of those too. And I know I'm not talking about baby Looney Tunes. I'm talking about like the actual Looney Tunes. would air sometimes on like Saturdays or on the weekends. They'd have a block where they would do Looney Tunes, and that was always funny. Woody Woodpecker and stuff like that was hilarious. And so they no longer do any of that. Flintstones and old shows like that used to air back in the day, and that was like some of Cartoon Network's greatest cartoons. And it's really sad to see some of those have either been banned or they've disappeared completely, which is sad. I miss Dexter's Laboratory and like a bunch of other ones. Pinky and the Brain. Well, that was on WB. But yeah, some of the classic ones I actually miss a lot. So yeah, guys, I hope you like this video, and I hope this brought back some nostalgia. And I hope maybe somebody someday speaks up, or if Cartoon Network's watching, guys, do something to turn this around. I mean, it's not great, not looking good. And to Adult Swim, thank you, Adult Swim, because you guys are awesome. And Adult Swim has done the same thing they've done for a long time, and they've only made it better. So yeah. Anyway, guys, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Also, if you have not already, you really should get over here and subscribe, because there's a lot more coming. Anyway, this has been a DNA Studios Extras video, and with that, peace.
Hi there. Please subscribe or follow DNA Anime Blog and DNA Studios on all of their social media platforms. Okay, bye!